We will discuss the advantages and disadvantages for these types of lines. Later, we will review the top 10 best fluorocarbon lines. Successful fishing requires being prepared. Knowing your fishing line helps you to be prepared for the best fishing experiences. Number 10. STRIKEBAIT Fluorocarbon Fishing Line. This clear design has some of the best fluorocarbon fishing line reviews out there. I can understand why this is the case. It has good abrasion resistance and it's nearly invisible in water. The trout I caught with it is some of the best. As you may have guessed, this required me to reach those creek banks which are the enemies of even the best fluorocarbon line. It may only take a couple of hours to see its versatility, but I say it's worth it. The line is strong, but I'm not going to paint a pinker picture than in reality. Up to 12 pounds, it is there with you. Anywhere above this weight, it's just a matter of time before it snaps. Number 9. Seaguar Fluorocarbon Fishing Line. When you are considering one of the best fluorocarbon fishing lines for trout fishing, be sure to check out the Seaguar Red Label Fluorocarbon Fishing Line. This fluorocarbon line is also one of the best fluorocarbon lines for spinning reels and casting reels. It is soft and sensitive, yet strong enough to get that big catch in. Trout most often dwell in water that is cool and clean while providing cover and protection from predators. Since trout prefer clear water, it is vitally important to use fishing line that provide the least amount of visibility and allows you to provide the most natural action of your lure, bait. Number 8. Keyline CFX Fluorocarbon Leader. The Keyline CFX Fluorocarbon Leader line is one of the best fluorocarbon fishing lines. The point of fishing with a leader is to have a strong, invisible presentation that makes your lure or bait look as natural as possible in the water. Fish can be spooked if they detect your fishing line and you will miss out on catches that you might otherwise have. Keyline CFX provides one of the best sneak attacks possible. Keyline was first introduced in the American market in 1982. The copolymer-based technology used to manufacture Keyline fishing line offered a thin diameter and supple line that resulted in greater casting distances and a more natural bait, lure presentation. Keyline strives to continue providing high-quality and innovative fishing line to anglers worldwide. Number 7. Seaguar Fluoro Premier Fluorocarbon Leader. Bass are aggressive and hit extremely hard. Seaguar Fluoro Premier is one of the best fluorocarbon lines for bass fishing on the market. With great knot strength and impact strength, this premier fishing line gives you confidence for the strike and confidence that your knot will hold throughout the fight. There is almost no experience like feeling a bass strike. Seaguar Fluorocarbon Fishing Line was introduced in Japan in 1972 at the Osaka Fishing Tackle Exhibition. The patent, designed by a chemical engineer and an avid fisherman both working for Korea, Japan, was granted in 1969. The two men worked diligently to design a fluorocarbon fishing line that would provide anglers with the strength and invisibility needed for successful fishing. Number 6. Berkeley Trilene Fluorocarbon Professional Fishing Line. Another well-known name in the fishing industry, Berkeley has been provided high-quality, affordable fishing supplies since 1937 when a high school student started his own business making and creating fishing flies. Berkeley introduced one of their most popular products in 1959, Trilene. One of the best and most popular lines of Berkeley products, Trilene is now available in a 100% fluorocarbon fishing line. Berkeley Trilene Fluorocarbon Fishing Line has the action of nylon monofilament with the advantages of fluorocarbon line. From a trusted name like Berkeley, you can trust this line to get the job done. Number 5. Seaguar Invisex Fluorocarbon Fishing Line. Seaguar Invisex Fluorocarbon Fishing Line is designed to provide a dominating performance in freshwater. It works well on spinning or casting reels, and the supple line allows you to cast further and with more accuracy. Whether you are chasing that massive largemouth bass or dropping a minnow for a crappie, this line will not let you down. A strong knot is one of the most vital parts of preparation. If your knot is not tight enough, you risk the chance of the knot slipping out when an aggressive or heavy fish is on the line. There are several types of knots to choose from, including the clinch knot, loop knot, blood knot, and Palomar knot. Number 4. Sunline Super FC Sniper Fluorocarbon Fishing Line. If you are looking for the best fluorocarbon line for bass fishing, Sunline Super FC Sniper should be on your list of considerations. Bass love to hide in cover so they cannot be detected by their predators. Sniper fishing line is extremely strong and abrasion resistant enough for fishing in deep cover and over rocky surfaces. Headquartered in Japan, Sunline has been providing quality fishing line since 1977. Sunline is the largest manufacturer that concentrates only on fishing line in the world, and their products are available as over 40 countries. Sunline is dedicated to developing stronger, thinner fishing line that improves the fisherman's chances of success. Number 3. Run CL Power Fluoro Fishing Line. This line is not the most expensive, but I find it very versatile. I remember fishing days with it. As a leader, I like it a lot, and there's always a couple of them lying in my garage. You can have one as well from 300 to 1,000 yards. Strength-wise, you can use the 5 pounds version on rivers and the 32 pounds on all types of onshore and offshore fishing. With a copolymer outer finish, the line becomes nearly invisible. I've even tested it at home in the bathtub myself. The scientific explanation is that it has a light reflective index comparable with water. I'd also recommended it for an aggressive style of fishing. It doesn't stretch too much, which can be the best rated fluorocarbon fishing line in its class. Number 2. KastKing Superpower Braided Fishing Line. For the big fish that require a strong leader to catch, Seaguar Blue Label Fluorocarbon Leader Line is one of the best rated fluorocarbon fishing lines. Steel leaders are not always the best type of leader to use. Some fish are spooked by a steel leader. I fish for Spanish mackerel a lot, and steel leaders greatly reduce your chance of reeling one in. In these circumstances, an almost invisible leader is what works best. There are different types of leaders for different species and methods of fishing. A leader can measure between 3 and 10 feet. Again, the species and method of fishing will determine this. A basic fishing leader consists of a swivel, leader line, and hook, lure. Simply tie the end of your regular line to the swivel, tie the leader line into the other side of the swivel, and tie your hook or lure onto the opposite end of the leader line. Number 1. Berkeley Vanish Fluorocarbon Fishing Line. As one of the best fluorocarbon lines, there are a lot of expectations hanging on the Berkeley release. If you ask other fishermen, you will get mixed reviews. Some say the line breaks easily, while others say it lasts well. At one point, I simply bought it myself to test it out. Here's what I found. Just as the manufacturer describes, the line has the capacity to hold off 40 pounds. It snaps at 38 pounds. I say it's not bad at all, and it can be used in different scenarios. I use it on saltwater. Now, what about those who say it's not worth its price? My advice is to simply try different knots. It is on the knots that it will start to show signs of weakness, and you may find your line is as strong as mine. However, I'd also see it among the best fluorocarbon lines for leaders. It may not be your first spool, but as a leader, it does its job very well. Also, if you still haven't got the skills to properly put it around the reel, you may be better off with a more forgiving line as the ones below.
For more update, subscribe to our channel, click the show links, and enjoy watching these videos.